Hello and welcome to Redshirt Cinema Club, a podcast about watching movies with friends. As we continue our foray into our favourite films of 1985, we arrive at basically the only film from 1985 that I've seen, The Black Cauldron, the high fantasy animation that nearly killed Disney. But will it also kill our fond childhood memories? Is The Horned King way too scary for a kid's movie? And just what is Gurgi? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Redshirt Cinema Club. Today I am your host, Rob Pearson. We are joined as always by David Jackson.
Hello.
And Nathan Dighton.
Hello.
We have watched my favourite film, apparently, of 1985.
Of the two. Of the two that you'd seen.
The two that I'd seen. This one was my favourite.
Oh no, what does this mean?
It's The Black Cauldron.
Yes.
The really interesting 1985 animated movie from Disney. At the time, it was the most expensive animated film ever made. Did anyone know that?
I did know that. $44 million.
And it absolutely bombed at the box office.
Oh dear.
21 million.
And it was nearly the end of times for Disney animation before they pulled it out the bag in the early 90s. But I remember watching this multiple times as a kid.
You were doing your part.
It was one of my favourites. Had it on VHS. I've probably seen this film 25 times.
Oh wow!
I think.
So you haven't changed your opinion. That's what I was worried about.
Well, it's hard to judge really when you watch a film as a 38-year-old man. And you're watching a cartoon clearly for children.
Yeah, that's what you made us do.
Yeah. But I do still think it's a really fascinating film, and there's lots I still enjoyed. Particularly, I really enjoyed how incredibly Lord of the Rings-like it is. Almost shot for shot sometimes. So often.
I was going to mention
and
this.
I was trying to think, like, how? And, you know, was Peter Jackson like a big Black Cauldron fan? Because clearly he was fans of other things as well.
Yes.
But Black Cauldron, based on a series of fantasy books called The Chronicles of Prydain, which are themselves based on Celtic mythology, which of course Tolkien draws a lot from in The Lord of the Rings. So really, I guess it's a bit of a chicken and egg thing. All of these things are so bound up in high fantasy tropes and existing mythologies that you put them on screen and there are just so many elements that just look. But I couldn't believe how many scenes, like the castle falling down, the Nazgul type creatures.
Does the castle fall down in Lord of the Rings?
Well, it's like when Sauron's destroyed, the tower just completely collapses and falls down, and the ground just falls away, and all of the evil is just vanquished and washed away.
It's because this year we haven't watched Return of the King yet.
We haven't yet.
Yeah, we should work all the way through. From the very beginning, it was like a little bit of a story about an ancient thing and this item, which is really important, and then cut to title screen. And even then I was thinking, oh, it's quite a lot like Lord of the Rings.
It is.
Yeah.
It says The Black Cauldron.
It'd be interesting to recut it with the Lord of the Rings music.
I don't know how Henwin the pig fits in. Because initially, when I was initially thinking about it, I was like, oh yeah, Henwin's like
Pippin.
She's like the ring. She's like the thing people want. But no, the Black Cauldron's the ring.
Yes.
And Henwin is like this new element.
The elements aren't exactly transferable, are they? But they all do. Like, actually, the Henwin having a vision and then that connecting to the Horned King was a whole lot like the Palantir.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
And
Henwin's a living Palantir.
Yeah, but it's like vibes of like disrupting it so that the connection with the Dark Lord is broken, and then just immediately like walking around that small house, which is a bit like a hobbit hole, and just gathering things and sending somebody off into some nearby woods was very the beginning of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it's very the beginning of most fantasy things, really, isn't it?
So true.
Like just unassuming, lowly peasant boy who lives in a beautiful little valley untouched by the world's troubles, dreams of better and bigger things.
I'm going to be a hero one day.
And then is thrust into his own story and finds out it's actually quite hard being a hero. Yeah, but then he is a hero and he becomes a hero. Well done.
There was another Lord of the Ringsy bits, like you said, definitely the black creatures that are flying about, but also Gurgi, which you mentioned
Ice.
last week.
Yeah.
And so Gollum in the voice.
So Gollum. In the voice and also in his. I mean, it's a much lighter touch, obviously, because it's a kids' animated movie. But it's
very
the moral ambiguity of Gurgi. I did my dissertation on character ambiguity in fantasy cinema. I should have talked about Gurgi.
You should have done.
He's just with thieving. Selfish intentions, but then he does the most selfless thing at the end.
Just sadly walks to his own death.
Gurgi has no friends.
I'm so much like fucking Gurgi. I love Gurgi.
That would be me. Yeah.
No,
everyone loves you, Gurgi. No, and then he dies.
Did you say that it's confirmed that Andy Serkis took some inspiration from Gurgi's voice, or was that your
no,
your?
that was-
I love this.
thought
This is how rumours start.
This is how it happens.
You did
It's not
say that,
confirmed.
didn't
That's
you?
where he heard the voice.
I thought that it was Andy Serkis.
Right.
Upon watching Lord of the Rings, and then I think I must have watched The Black Cauldron again after watching Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Probably in my late teens. And I thought, oh my God, that's the same guy. It must be the same guy.
Yeah.
And it's just not, obviously.
10-year-old Andy Serkis.
While we're on the subject of things sounding a lot like other things, I was watching this. I watched it a couple of years ago, and I was watching it last night, and very aware of the year that it was made, obviously, because we're doing it for 1985. And the music has got these like big dramatic stings, and then it's got, I don't know what instrument, Dave, I don't know if you know what instrument it is, but it's like the whoo bits, and I was
Yeah.
like, this sounds just like the fucking Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
which was released the year before.
We're talking about the Horned King's theme.
I guess every time there's magic, or sometimes when things erupt, like supernatural things, there's this really specific fanfare-y sort of trumpet, sort of horn stuff. Anyway, it's Elmer Bernstein, so it is the same guy who did Ghostbusters.
No way.
Wow.
Just the year before.
Wow.
That's why it sounds the same.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, I imagine that obviously the movie was in production for a long time, being an animated film, so maybe got the score done way before Ghostbusters,
I'm
and then
working
was
on
like,
these two movies,
which one?
which have
Yeah.
got like supernatural shit in them. I'm just going to do the same
I'll
thing.
just do the woo thing.
But I don't know if you remember the bit in the library with the sort of spectral.
Rob's
right at the
never
beginning.
seen Ghostbusters.
Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. But I think you'd really enjoy Ghostbusters. And when you do, you'll be like,
I tried to watch it, but my grandma wouldn't let me.
oh.
My grandma was
Not recently, then.
my grandma was babysitting me, and Ghostbusters was on the TV.
Oh, man.
And all I remember is there's a bit where they're in a place and a green ghost comes
Yes.
and sort of comes towards the camera, and my grandma was like, "This is too scary for you," and turned it off. And I was like, "Oh, please, Grandma, I want to watch that."
That ghost is called Slimer.
Yeah.
Very famous.
Yeah.
Well, when you watch it now, you'll be like, this music is so much like the Black
The
Cauldron.
Black Cauldron, yeah. Anyway, Dave, I'm going to ask both of you, had you seen this film before, and did you enjoy it this time?
I have seen this film before, but only once. This was my second watch, and I think I probably watched it either last year or the year before for the first time.
Why?
I just remember it came up in the office. I remember Ash Millman really likes it. She was talking about
That
it,
checks out.
and I'd never seen it. And then Rob probably was getting in on the conversation, and obviously Rob really liked it, and I was surprised. And then it sounds like something I would love. It's like a great animated fantasy story.
Yeah. With the pig.
With a pig. It didn't. Last night I found it a bit of a struggle. I'll be honest. It didn't land for me brilliantly last night watching it.
Interesting.
And I'm not too sure why. I think it's fine.
Probably because it's for kids and you're a grown man.
That could be it. That could well be it. It seems really interesting. Interesting that. Why did they make it? I wonder. Like and what I mean is like it's nothing kind of. It doesn't feel like there's anything particularly unique to hang we should make this movie kind of a thing. It's not. It's a pretty standard.
It's funny, isn't it? I
fantasy story.
I think from this side, that's obvious. But then I think sometimes they made like a Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe at the end of that would have been like, it's about a pirate ride. What are you doing?
I mean that does seem like an unusual choice, but brilliant.
I guess constantly, maybe less so these days, but people who make movies are always looking for things to turn into a series of movies that kids love.
Yeah.
And they had to go with this.
I think High Fantasy in 1985, it wasn't like notoriously fantasy was like, don't do fantasy. No one fucking likes fantasy. And then Lord of the Rings came along, and Game of Thrones later came along for TV, and now everyone's like, yeah, fantasy. People like fantasy.
There was more sword and sorcery around this time, though. And I think it's the other side to the sort of sci-fi coin that was doing really well, but people kept trying it. Like Willow was around this
Willow,
time.
yeah.
Krull.
Yeah.
But did people
Hawk
like
the
Willow?
Slayer?
People fucking hated Willow,
It
didn't
really didn't do it particularly well, I don't think. Yeah, you're right.
I really like Willow. Have you
Ralph-
seen Willow?
they? Yes. And I
It was
did
Ralph
like
Bakshi's
it.
Lord of the Rings. Maybe again, it's that generation of kids who had like basically grown up on Tolkien, and in the same way that we talk about those filmmakers who grew up on science fiction stories and liking
Yeah.
the 1950s. I guess it's just like a generation of people who are like, I need to put some of this into
What,
movies.
what good fantasy was there around? I think Black Cauldron is good fantasy. I think it's decent.
Krull?
I don't know. I've seen Krull.
It's not brilliant. Legend was the same year as this.
Yes.
Ridley Scott's Legend. I
Yeah.
think it's a terrible film.
So do I.
We could do a 1980s fantasy series, definitely. I'd really, really enjoy that. That would
Yeah.
be cool. I mean, it would be weird and no one would listen to it, but I would enjoy it. So,
Yeah. The Never-Ending Story.
I think that this is it. The tone of it is so all over the place. And
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings was the first one that it kind of takes it seriously. Although, again, we watched Two Towers again the other day, and Gimli really isn't that serious in that film. But it's, yeah, I guess there's Conan the librarian.
Conan the librarian.
I'd already said it.
Oh my god,
it's out there.
Oh my
It's out
god,
there.
that's
It's
got to be. I can't believe no one's made that.
Librarian.
I'm
What
sure
that
they-
is a viral hit on TikTok.
I'm
Conan
sure
the
that joke's
librarian.
been made.
Yeah.
It must have been.
If you
a
had
tweet.
any animation skills whatsoever, you
Thanks,
could
man.
make a quite a successful TikTok series
Conan the
about
librarian.
Conan the Librarian.
That's definitely an existing joke. That's why I said it. And it's too close to my point about Ghostbusters. That's what's happened there. I'm a victim of. Red Sonja.
I've
Around
never
the same
seen
time.
Highlander,
Highlander. 86 though, maybe Highlander. Yeah,
but we're just talking 80s fantasy,
Yeah,
right?
but just like
Yeah.
Shortly after.
They're making Highlander again, aren't they?
I don't know.
Henry Cavill.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Is Sean
talking about it
Connery,
for a
is he
long time.
Highlander the first time round?
He's Ramirez. He plays a Spanish man.
Right.
Of course, the first person you'd go to.
Yeah. Brilliant
Yeah.
casting.
I loved Highlander. Apparently, if you watch it now, it's not very good.
Is it not? Because I don't remember Highlander. All I remember is I like Highlander. I have actual no memory of the film itself.
The music
But
is obviously
I have seen it.
incredible.
Who does the music?
Queen soundtrack.
Really?
It's a kind of magic. Who Wants to Live Forever? Amazing songs.
Yeah.
Give me the prize. The prize. It's just called the prize. Don't lose your head. Literally about in
The
a
new-
film about people whose heads get cut off. They
Have you
made
seen the
Very good.
the new Stranger Things season 5 trailer? Or one of them has
No.
You want to live forever. Is that the name of the song?
Uh,
who wants to
Who
live
Wants to
forever?
Live Forever.
Live Forever.
Yeah.
Brian May singing in a big cathedral surrounded by candles. His hair must have been terrified.
Yeah.
That's all I can remember from
He
that
could have gone up.
music video.
He could have gone up there.
Yeah, he could have taken all the kids with him.
What did you think of the film, Nate?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I feel like because I'd watched it quite recently, I've probably watched it because it's a bit of an anomaly and I like fantasy a lot. So I'd watched it quite recently anyway because of those reasons. And so all the things that are sort of weird and interesting about it, I'd already considered. And so this time it was a little bit of a struggle for me as well. But I was noticing more things like the Ghostbusters thing. Like, again, great to have watched it straight after Lord of the Rings and noticed a lot of the same stuff as you. And I was thinking about, Memory, Thorn and Sorrow and like Dragonbone Chair and Wheel of Time and all of those stories that we talk about quite a lot, Rob, of like just boys just swishing a stick around and going, oh, I wish I was fighting in a big battle. And then
It'd be a shame if the war ended, wouldn't it, Dorman? And I didn't have a chance
want
to
to
fight.
fight. Yeah.
I want to fight in the war.
and it's like a mysterious, I don't even know who that guy is. Is he a wizard? He's just got a
I was
magic
wondering
pig and he
about
lives
that.
in a
I
field.
was going to ask about that. Yeah.
He's just like, I'm guessing he's just the old guardian of Henwin the pig. And many years ago, this is all guesswork. He was just
Headcanon.
tasked with, like Obi-Wan hiding Luke and Leia. He's
Yes.
just got to basically retire to a quiet place where no one will ever think to look and make sure. I mean, how long do pigs live?
That
Magic
that
pigs,
pig's
though.
quite young
It
as
looks
well.
really young. It also has a human face. Like,
Yeah.
especially early on, we're eating that food.
All of the
Yeah.
animals do. That cat is not into the porridge that's been made.
No,
Great
not
cat.
at all.
Great animation.
Yeah,
They-
good.
They spent their money well on that cat.
The Taran looks a lot like Peter Pan, I thought.
He does.
I think that they had some trouble getting the humans right. That was partly why it's so weird now to think this. I'm sure they would just throw money at the problem, but like reading the production history, it was delayed for like 4 years. Because it was
Wow.
like, we're going to need to redo the character. Oh, let's just do a different film first. We'll do this one 4 years later.
God.
It's kind of crazy. I think they brought someone out of retirement. Maybe that's why. Tara looks a bit like those sort of classic 50s and 60s Disney characters. But yeah, I enjoyed it. John Hurt's fucking great.
He is, and this was the first time I've watched Black Cauldron and just really recognised and known that it was John Hurt.
Yes.
And just hear the John Hurtness so many times in his voice.
There's Freddie Jones is in there as well. So you know Toby Jones from The Detectorist. His
Oh,
dad,
yeah.
who we've talked about. He played Thufir Hawat in June that we watched.
Who was he in the Black Cauldron?
I think he's the bard.
Oh, Fluda.
Fluda Flam.
Yeah,
Fluda.
Fluda Flam.
Pull yourself together, madam. That's my favourite line of his.
And he's the. Do you guys watch The Elephant Man? Did we watch The Elephant Man?
No.
No, we didn't watch The Elephant Man. But he's in that too. He's fucking horrible in that.
Yeah.
He's his basically like captor. And
Ooh.
he's such an invidious little bastard in that film. But a great performance. Yeah, the voice cast is great. And it is by the numbers. I've probably read so many of these stories that I just love that shit. So
Yeah.
it's just like, here's a strange, like when they assemble the team. I remember last time I reread The Dragonbone Chair, and it's just like, you've got your main young man who doesn't know what he's doing, and he's fleeing from his home on the rushed words of a wizard and into unknown danger where a Dark Lord is gradually amassing power, and then like assemble it gradually. It's like, oh, here's a strange small guy. You're just going to be part of the team now. And then you meet some fairies. And
It's a great RPG party, this.
yes.
And as a kid, I used to really ship Taran and Princess Alomwe. Oh, please get together.
Well, are they together at the end? They have that sort of
Yes.
accidental kiss,
Yeah.
and they laugh about it, and then they hold hands.
It's a very much a now kiss moment, isn't it, from Gurgi?
Yeah.
There's the moment earlier where they nearly kiss, and Fluda and Gurgi are like, oh, look. And it's quite problematic when you're watching it now, like a 70-year-old man watching two 12 or 13-year-olds nearly kiss.
Get in there.
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought now.
I'm
But
sorry to hear
the
that.
Horn King is I think fantastic, and I was reading again about it last night. Apparently they had to cut
12.
about 10-15 minutes of it.
And do you know who cut it, Rob?
No.
This is a callback to earlier on in our podcast, about 100 episodes earlier on.
Not Conan the Librarian.
Conan the Librarian.
This is too scary for children.
What are you doing? The kids will hate it. No, it was Jeffrey Katzenberg,
Bloody Katzenberg.
who had moved from Paramount, where he produced the Star Trek films. And Michael Eisner, his boss, and he had both moved to Disney, which was kind of failing at the time. And they turned Disney around through this decade, but not with this film.
Not with this
Not
film.
with this film. In fact, they nearly killed it.
A
with
rare
this film.
misstep.
Man, imagine if it had actually. Because what was the next Disney film after this? Was it The Little Mermaid? How long were they in, like,
Only
the
3
mire?
years or 4 years until The Little Mermaid. So The Little Mermaid's right at the end of the 80s, but they'd already been in the mire a little bit, because they'd like, at this time it was Fox and the Hounds, which I think they did because of that note about not like, oh, we don't really have the ability to do convincing humans at the moment. So there was like, well, let's just do dogs. Quick, get the dogs out. The Great Mouse Detective. Is that,
Oh yeah, of course. We talked about
Is that a
last
film?
Basil the Great Mouse Detective.
I've not seen
That
these.
is brilliant.
do adventures and they go under somewhere? What?
Rescuers.
The
Down
Rescue-
Under.
Why don't I just look up the films?
Yeah,
Basil,
it's
Basil the
nice
Great
fun to
Mouse
guess.
Detective is another one that I remember being fantastic when I was a kid.
I've not seen any of these.
I'd
Not
love
seen
to watch
Fox
it
and
again.
Hounds. Not seen.
Fox and the Hound is more traumatic than any Disney film I think I've ever seen.
I saw it at the cinema and it fucked me up.
Oh no!
It's just because when you're like, I was 6 or something.
I thought maybe the Fox and the Hounds were friends.
They are.
Oh, okay.
friends, but
Right.
then one of-
Start.
Oh no!
What about the name, Dave? One of
Fox
them's
and
a
Hound.
fox and one of them's a hound.
Yeah.
So there's this scene of they're on the hunt and they're like talking to each other like, oh my God, we used to be friends and now I'm trying to kill you.
Oh,
And they're like
God.
running away from each other. And when you're 6, the most important thing in the world, I remember we moved out of London. I don't remember much about London. I remember my last day of preschool and a kid called Ben, who
Yeah.
I've got pictures of like at home, like me and him together playing in like our little ruddy cheeks,
Yeah.
messed up shirts. And on my last day, I was like, I'm moving away now and we'll never see each other again. He said, oh, I can't be your friend then. That was it. It was,
Yeah.
like, it was
Yeah.
a rejection. It was like, well, then we're not friends.
We're not
See you
friends, are
later.
we?
I was
This
like,
is a waste of
what
time.
the fuck?
Yeah.
I remember like distinctly walking away feeling completely heartbroken. So then watching this film,
Yeah.
of like, yeah, I think
Isn't
that
there a scene as well where I can't remember the precise elements of it, but an old woman drops either the fox or the hound off at a place,
Right.
and it's like goodbye forever. I will never see you again. That was the worst
God.
bit for me.
Any separation anxiety. Also
Yeah.
saw An American Tale when I was a kid.
I've not seen that either.
Moves to a different country, bearing in mind, again, I just left the place I had always lived until that point.
Yeah.
And then his entire family disappears and he's there on his own.
Yeah.
And the streets were not paved with cheese.
No.
Let me tell you.
But you just have no sense of geography as a kid either.
I'm
It's
a million
like,
miles
it could be-
away.
It doesn't matter. As soon as you're out of that
It's not like
immediate
I'm
sphere.
driving back, is it?
No.
Back to Kennington.
But I just mean like you might as well be on the other side of the world when you as soon as you're outside the sphere of your existence. It's just like, well, I could be anywhere.
I could be in America.
Yeah.
There are no cats. I remember, everyone knows that line, right? There are no cats in America, and the streets are paved with cheese.
No.
No, I don't know that one.
That's from An American Tale. That's why they're so excited to go to America.
Right.
There are no
'Cause then there are cats.
in America,
Yeah.
and the streets are paved with cheese.
I'm not sure that that's true. How do these rumours spread? These
I don't know.
You know,
Just mice.
the American
convincing
Tourist Board there
themselves. Yeah.
doing some propaganda for mice tourists.
I'm going to look. This whole time I've been trying to make jokes while also looking up the films. So we talked about Sword in the Stone previously. Yeah,
Sword in the Stone. One of my favourites.
That was released
that
on
is-
Christmas Day,
Oh.
1963.
Oh, that would have been an amazing Christmas Day
What
treat.
a film that is.
And then-
the song.
Which one?
Piggledy didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Then The Jungle Book 4 years later.
Acetobacetonium.
And then Aristocats, which is my second favourite. of all Disney
I'm surprised that The Jungle Book is after The Sword and the Stone.
Then Robin Hood, which I used to
Robin
watch
Hood.
Great.
a huge amount of time.
God
I loved
bless
Robin
Robin
Hood.
Hood.
That's probably my most watched Disney movie, I think, Robin Hood.
Fantastic.
Lots of repeated snake animations. The Many
Yes.
Adventures of Winnie the Pooh from 77. The Rescuers, also 77.
I'm glad it was Disney.
Fox and the Hound, 81.
Was it 81, The Fox and the Hound?
Yeah, but then Disney used to re-release in cinemas more back
Right.
then. So I think that's why I saw it at the cinema a few years later, I guess. So Fox and the Hound was the one directly preceding The Black Cauldron, and then The Great Mouse Detective was 1 year after, made by John Musker and Ron Clements, who I think then went on to do The Little Mermaid. And then Oliver and Company, that's the one we can remember.
Oh, yeah.
And then The Rescuers Down Under was actually after The Little Mermaid, but I guess nobody cared.
Oliver and Company. I've never heard of
That's
that.
the little cat. Isn't it a retelling of Oliver Twist, but with a little cat?
It is. It's absolutely that. Yes. There's no other things to say about it. I remember it.
I had a bunch of VHSs, Disney VHSs around that time, and a trailer for Oliver and Company was on loads of them, I remember. So I always just in my head had Oliver and Company as like the exciting new Disney film.
You have just unlocked a memory of just all the Disney trailers. I think often just if I get any sort of family film from
Yeah.
Mr. C's, and it
Mr.
would always have these, you can see the Walt Disney
Mr.
thing,
C
and
from The Shaman.
they always had loads of films I wanted to see. Yeah, there were so many Disney films.
Right, so when was Lady and the Tramp?
I was just wondering that.
That must have been
in the
really
90s,
early on,
but-
right?
55.
I was
I
gonna
always
say.
thought it was from the 70s. Fucking hell. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that was right after Peter Pan.
So interesting that you point out now. I've never thought about this. How they struggled doing humans, and it
Yeah.
must have been like the weird. It's such a crazy, just problem to have. We just can't draw. No one can draw humans very well. We
That
just
one
don't-
guy who
can't
was
do
good
it.
is gone.
Like
He's
you're
out of
just
it.
I think they
waiting.
draw humans fine in this film.
They do.
They all look like
but
cartoon humans.
but they had to stop for 4 years because they were struggling with drawing humans.
It's probably a much more complicated problem than Wikipedia had explained to me. Do you know what I mean? It's like it must have been the design, and then
It'll be
maybe
the movement, I guess, because we're
also the
also
setting.
familiar with humans. Like
there's loads of
a
humans
pig with
in-
a human face, like whatever, that's fine. But a human, I've got a lot of understanding of what that looks
But
like.
they've already
and-
done, like 101 Dalmatians. It's got humans in it. They've already done,
Yeah.
all the early stuff. But I guess that was all. A lot of that is motion captured. And Mowgli, he's a human.
Yes. Yeah.
kinda.
That's right. Mowgli's a good one. But he
Thanks.
moves like an animal.
This podcast has become naming humans
Yeah.
in Disney films.
He's one of my
from
favourite
before
humans.
1985.
Mowgli.
Rob,
I just
you
think
got
it's
any
really
humans
interesting.
from Disney movies from before 1985 you want to bring up?
Snow White.
Yeah, Snow White. Rotoscoped, right? I believe. From a human.
Must have been. That's a strange film, that.
Snow White, it's a strange story.
Where
Lots
are the
of them
Mickey
are.
Mouse movies? Mickey Mouse, like, you know, he's
You seem like you've just joined the board of the Walt Disney Company in like 75. Hey, I've been looking. What are the Mickey
all
Mouse
these graphs
movies?
were going down.
Nervous execs just in this board. Oh shit! Oh, we haven't done any. We haven't done a Mickey Mouse movie for ages.
He became like a TV thing, I
Yeah.
guess. So he was obviously
Yeah.
the mascot, but they weren't. How are you getting people to
When was Fantasia?
40 something?
Was it in the 40s?
I
Fucking
believe
hell!
so, yeah.
That is crazy. isn't
Well,
I thought it was way later than
Before
that.
we all react to that, why don't I look
I think
it
they
up?
maybe re-released it in the 90s because I remember going to see it. My dad was super excited for it.
Yeah, 1940.
He loves classical music.
And then Dumbo was 41. You do get a sense actually when you push back in this direction, you get a sense of what an incredible technical achievement those things were
Yeah.
to have happened so far away.
What about
away?
Pinocchio? That
far away
always
in
used to
time.
fuck me up as a kid. That film.
Also
Yeah.
1940. Which scene? I know which one you're going to say.
It's the scene where an evil man hatches a plan to turn the boys into donkeys.
Yes.
And he says to one of his friends, "They won't come back as boys." And his face goes all livid and angry. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then they're all there. They're all there smoking and playing pool,
Yeah.
all the boys. And Jiminy Cricket's like, look at you, smoking, playing pool.
What I love about
You look
this,
like an ass. And he says, I look like an ass. And his face is just starts turning into a
Sprouts.
donkey's face.
Yeah.
And he
It's
he
horrible.
tries to laugh and like a donkey's
Yeah.
bray comes
Yeah.
out. And he's like, oh my God. And I thought it was the most terrifying thing I'd
awful.
ever seen.
Would you know this probably offsets every scene of smoking that you thought was cool.
right.
And in the back of your head was you going, but you can't smoke, Rob. You'll turn into a donkey.
Exactly.
Donkey. Poor Pinocchio. I used to. It was terrifying, but also I remember resonating with Pinocchio so much.
Yeah.
Like this pure innocent little thing, just
He
corrupted.
really does get.
Corrupted by the evil around him.
Yeah.
And just feeling so helplessly sorry for him.
Yeah.
As I'm like, no, Pinocchio, don't smoke. Don't do all the bad things, Pinocchio.
Also, he's made of wood. He really
just
shouldn't
gets
smoke.
swallowed by a whale. What the fuck is that story,
It's
man?
so
Yeah.
brutal for kids. Again, because he has, it's like it's a Christian allegory, I guess, right? He's born and someone's like, well, you are fucked. You're
Yeah.
evil. You're wrong. You're not really alive. You're terrible. And he's like, what? I just want to be a real boy. What the fuck? Someone just made me from wood. Fuck. And then he's got to do all this shit. He's got to go through all these awful tribulations so that he can be a real person and then die.
Yes.
I don't know about it.
No.
I'm not
film.
sure. They should have made more Mickey Mouse movies. You're right, Dave.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've gotten off the point of the Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron.
Let's talk about the quest. I was annoyed. I was enjoying it right up until Hen had just run straight through the woods, out into the open, into the clutches of like a dragon beast. And I thought, that is really fucking
It's
stupid.
Taran's fault. He was too busy daydreaming about being a hero.
Oh, he
and
was.
not watching the pig like he should have been
Watch
doing.
the pig.
Just
Tara.
watch the pig all the time, because if you don't watch the thing that you're entrusted with watching, it
Yeah.
will just run away.
That's the
It's
thumbnail.
another bit of wisdom
for this
This
episode.
1985 season is throwing up quite a lot of wisdom. What was it about crabs?
If you want crab for breakfast, you got to get your face wet.
And also the punchier, watch the pig.
Just watch the pig.
Just watch
That's it.
I wonder what we're going to learn from Brazil.
But yeah, and I do like how as night turns to day, literally, or sorry, as day turns to night in this film, and as the nice sort of like hopeful start of the adventure turns into the now things are going wrong. Taran physically travels from the lovely leafy glade in which he lives. As soon as he's lost the pig, he's immediately into a slightly creepy looking forest.
Yeah, it's true.
Where the heck is Henwin? And
Yeah.
it just gets darker and darker.
It's
and
got one of
bleaker
those
and bleaker. from then.
fantasy world immediate boundaries.
Yes.
Of like, I'm in the Shire, and now
you're
I'm
not.
in Fangorn Forest.
Yes.
What the fuck is
I think it's
going
literally called the Forbidden Forest, isn't it? It's like, oh, you need to take
him to the forgotten cottage at the edge of the forbidden forest.
Yeah.
on? I used to have when I was a kid. Used to read fighting fantasy novels all the time, books all the time, and I had, for some reason, there was in my house, just I don't know why, just bits of stationery just turn up every now and again when you're a kid. My parents must have been doing something for a party or something. Massive, I don't know what size, but like huge to me as a child. A1, A2 size bits of paper, like in the card really. And me and my friend would just draw maps. Like,
Ugh.
what are we going to do today? Just draw a map.
Super
And
cool.
everywhere was called somewhere with an alliterative name.
Yeah.
The funky forest, not funky, but I didn't want to say forbidden again, so I'm stuck with it now. It was
Yeah.
a forest where they just play funk music. That's
Yeah.
all they did there, and it was scary. But yeah, I used to love it. So I guess this was echoing around in my mind in this movie.
What was your famous landmark, Rob, where you wrote the names backwards? It was like Fire Mountain backwards.
Erif Neatum.
Yeah, so good. It sounds.
Did a character ever work it out in the story?
No.
It was hidden lore.
We didn't get far into the
Deep
story.
magic, yeah,
I don't think. Unfortunately,
Literally in Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling does it with the mirror of Erised, which is just desire, written backwards.
Very good.
Yeah.
I would maybe have realised that if I'd ever actually read Harry Potter, but
Have you seen?
I've listened to it.
Your friend Tom Felton on Broadway.
I have seen clips of him. Yeah,
I've just seen that one clip where he like enters and is he fighting James Potter? I don't really know what.
I don't know what's going on,
but he says Potter,
and the crowd goes.
me.
It annoyed me because they've taken some kind of reactionary. It's not theatre. That's not stage. That's not stage theatre, as it should be, right?
Rob loves
No.
theatre.
No,
He's always at theatre.
but
I know what you're saying. I agree. It's like
It's spectacle.
it's the Tom
Yes.
Felton show.
It's a show though. It's spectacle. It's good. It's stunt casting. It is. But they're how long into their Broadway run? They need something.
Is it the Cursed Child he's doing?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen the clips and I've seen him taking the bow at the end, and I guess
It's just him
you know,
saying Potter. That's it. Potter.
Is he doing a runner or is it just like a
No,
sort
yeah, I
of
think
one?
so.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
he's,
okay.
He's Lucius.
Because then every night surely.
He's not Lucius. He is older Draco, isn't he?
I thought the Cursed Child was back in time, but if he's forward in time and
He's
he's
definitely
Draco,
forward in time.
then
He is Draco
okay.
again. He's just old Draco now.
I did come in saying I didn't know. Well, that's perfect
He's
casting.
the perfect cast.
It is the perfect casting.
But then I hope not every night there's like a massive cheer when he
Well,
comes
of course
on stage.
there is.
Definitely will be.
Yeah,
He comes on and he says Potter, and everyone goes, ah!
Yeah. But that must start to die off after a while. And he must be like,
Like
that would
you're
make
him,
him
you're him,
sad.
you're like,
New people
Potter.
are going to see it every day, I would
Yeah.
have thought.
But they know what to expect.
I would almost go.
Almost go.
I was like, maybe, do I want to go just so I can hear Tom Felton saying Potter? I've met Tom Felton. In
That's
real
why-
life.
yes,
that's why I
we
said he was your
know.
friend.
We know. He
Interviewed
teed
him
it up
in
for
the
you.
in the
was-
potions classroom,
He was very nice. To
and
me.
he was incredibly nice to me.
Yeah.
So nice to me. He was like, "Have we met before?" I was like, "No, we haven't, Tom Felton," because I would have remembered.
Do you think that he's just a really that's just a really switched on celebrity
I
thing
think
to do,
so.
isn't it?
Mhm.
Every reporter who came in, have we met before?
We're on the same level.
And
But
there's
then-
probably some people he has met before.
All
Me,
of
a
the
millionaire
other-
celebrity, and you,
Yeah.
scum.
I also interviewed Rupert Grint in the Gryffindor common room, and he was not like that.
He
No.
called you a
Rupert
cunt,
Grint was
didn't
just no, he didn't do that. No, that's absolutely clarify that Rupert Grint did not call me a cunt.
Oh
But
my god!
he was just very,
believe
as
you
you would
said that
expect,
on the
just quite shy and quiet. And
Yeah.
so I had to lead the energy of the Rupert Grint conversation, whereas Tom Felton immediately made me feel very at ease. Very charismatic,
Yeah.
handsome man.
I can't believe we've let Rob talk about his meeting the cast.
You literally
I'm
brought
sorry,
it up.
I know. What? I'm
it's
sorry.
not like this is not a thing I talk about lots. Come on, you're making it seem like every day. I'm like, I remember when I met.
We've cut it
Tom
out
Felton.
of like 10 podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. Not Tom Felton again.
What's happening in the Black Cauldron?
I wanted to mention the magic sword.
Oh, well, we're
because-
not there yet, though, Dave.
Oh, right. We're going. I didn't know we were going through in chronological order.
Well, I guess just to wrap up Rob's point in terms of the quickly changing geography, it is extremely quick that we go, Henwin's been taken. So you go from like Shire to Forest to then just Dark Castle.
Yeah.
In-
Although
Yeah.
this is when Gurgi arrives and he leaps out of the bushes. So we're still We're still in between. We're still in between the Shire and Mordor at
Yeah.
the moment. And this is where Gurgi arrives. The in-between character. Is he good? Is he bad? Just
Yeah.
wants that apple. So bad.
Munchy crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Munchins and crunchins.
Yes.
Poor
It
Gurgi.
does.
Here, this is all you wanted. And his sad little face. Oh, he's right.
Well, of course, you could do Gurgi.
A carrot.
Yeah. I realise now you've always been doing Gurgi, never been doing Gollum.
That's the secret.
That's my secret.
Yeah.
I'm always Gurgi. But then, yeah, we see the bit where the action set piece where Henwin is being chased by the two fell beasts.
Yeah, they look much bigger in this scene than they do later on.
Yeah, in the castle. There's a really great shot, isn't there, where it's like, I don't know how to describe
We're all
it.
mimicking it. It's
Like
a perspective shot.
POV of the fell beast as it is chasing Henwin across a plain.
Well, it's like first-person shooter.
Yeah, Henwin's going really fast, but doesn't quite manage to escape.
Zigging and zagging.
Yeah. And Taran watches them fly off towards the Horned King's castle and sort of stands resolute but very bravely on the cusp of this evil place and decides, I've got to go in there and rescue my pig.
And Gurgi.
And Gurgi's
stays
like,
there with his
I'm not.
apple.
I can't go in with you because I'm too scared.
Do you think there are other Gurgis? Because there's only one golem. There's not several golems.
Do you think Gurgi used to be a man corrupted by cowardice?
Maybe a pig. We just don't know.
Has become.
Where are his kind?
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if the books explain it. What would a girl Gurgi be called? Maybe Gurgi is a girl. We don't know.
We don't know. It's not clear.
Yeah.
Hurdy Gurgi.
Yes. I think there's got to be more Gurgis. That would have been explored in sequels if this hadn't been a terrible disaster.
Well, there are 5 books.
Right.
So this is only book 1 and 2.
So there's still a chance. They
There
could
is a
come back
chance.
for the Black Cauldron.
Maybe I'll read the Chronicles of Prydain just to find out if there are more Gurgis.
I am
Yeah.
going to look up Gurgi. So
Fair enough.
talk about the sword, Dave.
Well, I just think the magic sword is just the dream.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Do you not think
Yeah.
it's very much like getting the Drake sword right at the beginning of Dark Souls?
Yeah, maybe that's what Dark Souls were thinking about.
Yeah.
Let's put something in there that's like that sword from the Black Cauldron.
We could just wave it around.
It's so good.
Is it clear where it's come from? Whose sword it was?
Well, it comes from
It's a tomb.
the tomb of that old king.
Yeah.
I like the fact it's not really explained
Yes.
why it's so powerful and magical. And Princess Olomwe displays some kind of surprise that he's got the sword at some point, which makes me think not anyone could have picked it up.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
almost
she was
like
just surprised that he stole it.
it's like a sword in the stone.
A dead man's sword.
Sword in the stone style thing going on here, where
She
it makes me think only someone worthy would have been able to pick up that sword
yeah.
and wield it.
Well, she also is just like, after he wins this sort of first battle and they escape, he's like, I was amazing. And she was like, I think it was the sword.
I really liked that.
I feel like there is a weapon a lot like this in a game I've played, like a sword that sort of flies around my body. And I can't remember what the hell it is.
Oh, yeah, that sort of rings a bell for me as well now.
And I wish I could. Because
But it wasn't as good as this sword.
No, maybe.
Is it like Dishonored? Is it like a Dishonored-y kind of a...
But like it literally, like it's a third person
Right.
adventure, like kind of hack and slash thing. And I think it's maybe only one of several things. It's like an additional maybe.
It's a bit like Vampire Survivors. You get kind of things that
Spinning around.
I really love just like dusting off the sword, revealing its like jeweled sort of, hand bit.
Hilt.
I forgot the hilt, thank you. And then that first fight he has with a guy with an axe, when he shatters the guy's axe and he's completely freaked out and runs away.
My axe.
It's just great. And then when he smashes through the chain that's holding the drawbridge.
Yeah.
It's just like just the sense of power in that sword. It just is amazing, and
It is
it's
great.
just like a real kid's fantasy. I think to find something like that super powerful thing that you really probably aren't supposed to have, and doing unbelievable feats with it.
He certainly goes from level 1 stick
Yeah.
to level
Yeah.
99 ultimate weapon very quickly. We have skipped over a scene that I found really interesting, which was we get a little glimpse inside the castle
Yeah.
for what it's like for just the guys who work there.
Right? Yeah.
While the boss isn't around.
Yeah.
And it did make me think, man, I'm kind of sad that we never got a scene like this just in Barad-dûr
Yeah.
or in Mordor, just the orcs on a regular day.
Yeah.
The regular day in Mordor, because they're all having quite a good time. There's just clearly this film had a preoccupation with women with big breasts.
What?
There's a Well, there's a woman dancing, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, give us a kiss, love." Way.
Yeah.
And there's obviously one of the three witches later on who has the obsession with Fluda.
Yeah.
And he turns into a frog and gets stuck in her breasts for a very long time.
Whole scene of him being stuck between her tits was so fucking weird.
It was
like, this is for kids, and it's just framed.
Well, I remember,
And the frog in the middle.
obviously as a kid, I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, if you were a
Some
frog, you
big
would
boobs, you wouldn't be able to get out of there, would you?
It's very strange.
Checks out. Yeah, checks out.
Absolutely.
But yeah, there's this. I know, why is she there? She's clearly not part of the Horned King's army. Everyone's just enjoying a drink and some meat on the bone.
Yeah.
The dogs are there. The fell beasts are there also,
Yeah.
like dogs now,
Yeah.
hanging out and arguing over the bones.
Yeah.
What's the name of the little green guy?
I don't know.
Creeper.
Just Creeper.
Yeah.
And then
He's referred to as Creeper.
and then the Horned King arrives, and he's so terrifying. He's like a lich, isn't he? Like a lich-like being.
Yeah.
He just happens to be the CEO of all of these
Of the castle.
just blokes.
Yeah.
Just blokes in a castle.
Well, it did make me think, again, it's like that trope of just everyone's completely terrified of their evil boss. And I wonder if at some point they're like, oh, man, I really wish I hadn't, signed up to this. Is terrible. Like,
yeah.
Creeper knows how to handle him. And I quite like the often humorous exchanges between the two when he knows he's going to get bollocked later on. He's
Yeah.
like, allow me, sire. And he strangles himself.
Yeah.
And the Horned King's like, very good.
Talking about Gurgi, I've looked him up. In the books, he's described as being a cross between a man and a beast, having long arms covered with fur and leaves, and ever hungry, but really just a sort of a kind of thing.
That sounds terrifying.
It does sound terrifying.
His
Yeah.
demeanour is extremely loyal and caring, almost to a fault. His manner of speech is filled with rhymed pairs of words, crunchings and munchings, smackings and whackings, sneakings and peekings, and redundant phrases, see with lookings. He refers to himself in the third person. There we go. And he refers to Tyron as noble lord.
Noble
So-
Lord and Master.
So he's a bit of a one-off, I think.
Certainly not a small, fuzzy
Not a race of creatures.
little guy.
No. Sentient gophers.
Yeah.
My loafers?
A full-sized Gurgi, half
Sentient
man, half
gophers.
beast.
Yeah, I know, yeah. So, you
Covered in leaves and fur and leaves.
Yeah.
It's got a very,
Wow.
very earthy sense to him. But
Yeah.
they've made him cute and stupid for the film,
Yeah.
so we get to enjoy that instead.
Does feel like the author didn't have a great sense of Gurgi either, to be honest. Like, like half man, half beast, sort of fur and.
I'm gonna
leaves.
have to read the Chronicles of Prydain now.
I will read these children's books. I think that's a good idea. Did you read, what were you reading a few years ago?
I was reading The Dark is Rising. Is that what
Yeah.
we're going to talk about?
Yeah.
I was reading it, and Ella was like just not massively into it, so I stopped. But I should just read it for myself.
First one isn't so good. Then the others sort of pick up a few years later, like in the Susan Cooper's actual life. Chronology within the story is very on the heels, but yeah, it's good. Good books. They're good books, Brent.
You should read The Name of the Wind as well. I've mentioned that before.
I've not read that.
It's good. Trilogy. Patrick Rothfuss.
Wait, is it a real trilogy that's finished?
No.
Well, then that's why. Fuck you. Why?
But I believe it will be finished.
Nobody. I
Come on,
looked this
Patrick.
up after our last pod about this,
Yeah.
and
But maybe by the time you've read the books,
nobody
it will
believes
be-
it's going to be finished, man.
I believe it. I
don't
believe it.
I'm not
I have
sure.
to believe it because I've really enjoyed the first two books,
It's over.
and now I'm waiting.
One of the things which struck me about the Black Cauldron was just how dark it gets, and Rob's already mentioned that some of it was cut because the children in the test screenings were quite scared. But even then, it kind of it's different to other Disney movies, but like it struggles to contain the sort of variance in tone that, like, you've got a pig with a face that looks a lot like a child's face, and there's a floating ball, and there's a little hairy guy, and at the same time there's the Horned King it reminds me a little bit of Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings in that sometimes
Yes.
he seems very human and shadowy
Yes.
and rotoscoped, and other times he's just a drawing. So, but what did you think of that? Well, sometimes you see his eyes and he's more cartoony, like when you get close-ups on his face, but when you can only see like the skeletal shadow.
Yeah.
Like skeletal.
Yes.
Yeah, I think definitely, seeing less is it's the classic. Like, let the imagination run wild. He's very scary until you get too much of a sense of him, I think.
I don't know. I thought he was incredibly scary at the end, where his eyes just go red and livid, like he wants that black cauldron so bad. And
When
he
they're little-
hates Taran.
When they're little dots,
Yeah.
I loved that. When they're full eyeballs, I was like, nah.
I love the weirdness of it. Like there seem to be. He doesn't seem to be bound by any rules of what he is. He sort of morphs and changes. He's like a nightmare.
He is. Is he alive?
I don't think he must be undead. Surely
He looks undead. He's just made of skeletons.
I mean, and he wants to raise an army of. And one thing I was going to say is, I think here's my hot take: the Black Cauldron's army of the dead is better than the Lord of the Rings army of the
that
dead.
is a hot take. I think you're probably right there.
And when they're resurrected, that scene is genuinely fucking brilliant, I think. The Cauldron Born. What a great name as
That is
well.
a cool name.
That's badass.
Yeah.
And the whole ritual and the animation, this is where a lot of the budget for the animation went quite clearly, all that green stuff coming out the cauldron.
Green is very
That I
expensive.
thought that animation was amazing.
Yeah.
So good. Like, really, just I could watch that on a loop, I think.
We've skipped over the witches, who are very much like, well, three witches who pop up in all sorts
And
of
they
places.
do pop up in so many
Macbeth.
aspects of mythology, don't they? And I was looking at last night, there are three witches in Celtic mythology, but there are three witches in many different mythologies, and I'm guessing there must be some kind of origin point for them all.
Maybe.
But there's three witches in The Witcher as well, aren't there, in the game?
There are, yeah.
And they're horrible.
They're very similar to, just in their sort of implacability, and they're incredible. Like, you kind of think they're, I don't know, you get the idea of like witches being, having a sort of a folky power, but they're really fucking powerful in The Witcher, and also in this.
In this, they're incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
Like, they have the Black Cauldron. And
Bring the stuff back from the dead
yeah.
if they want. It's
Yeah,
wild.
that is pretty
I
powerful.
mean, the Horn King should have gone to them. Why didn't the Horn King... How does
Could
the
have made
Horn
a
King
bargain.
not know about these witches? Maybe he just doesn't know. Because the fairies, who I'd forgotten about the fairies.
That was strange.
They're a bit weird.
I could have cut them out.
They seem to know all about Morva and the place where these witches are.
So they fall into the fairy world.
Yes.
The fair folk mentioned at the beginning, and it's kind of like going to see the elves at some point
Yeah.
in the story. But the first four you see are all children with
Yeah.
really big faces and actual children's voices, which I do often enjoy in animation. And then I think you get that thing where they've been animated to the very natural voices of the kids. Quite enjoyed that, but it was also like tonally again a real stretch.
They looked like they were from a different film. And I don't know whether that was a deliberate design choice or whether it was just a bit off.
Yeah.
But I didn't enjoy the fairies. I didn't enjoy the fairy king.
No, he was like Father Christmas.
I
But small.
sort of enjoyed the grumpy fairy who's tasked with fixing everything and then taking our party to see the elves. Not the elves, the witches.
Yes. I was struggling at this point. I was thinking, come on. get the cauldron. Or show me all the dead people.
They had a security whirlpool.
Security whirlpool that he was supposed to have fixed.
It was supposed to keep people out, but
Yeah.
actually it's like just welcomes
Pulling them in.
pulls them straight in.
And the pigs come in as well.
Yeah,
He just leaves the pig there.
yeah.
Like a
Just
hen.
go home on your own, Henry. You'll be fine
Actually,
somehow
just
this
stay
time.
in the fairy world, Henry. You're probably safest here.
Yeah, back through the plains of sorrow and the forbidden forest, and
Yeah.
you know the way.
Yeah.
You know the way back.
Yeah, and don't get captured immediately like you did last time.
No, but she does know the way back. Does she? Well, I guess she goes with the
Oh yeah,
fairy.
she does go with Dorban and the fairy at the end, doesn't she?
Yeah, and they're all very happy.
Yes.
So what's the chain of events? They from this point onwards, they see the witches. They swap the sword for the cauldron.
Yeah.
It's a sign that Taran really does know that the way to be a hero is to make good decisions.
Then he has
Yeah.
no way of. They've realised that they have no way of destroying the cauldron and its magic without sacrificing one of themselves. One of them has to go inside the cauldron.
I like that there's never a thought that it's anyone apart from Gurgi. Like he goes, I'll do it, and then realizes, and he's like, whoa, I'm not going to do it. No one else is like, oh, maybe I should do it. Everyone's just waiting.
Fluda should do it.
He's the
He's
oldest.
old.
Yeah, he is old.
He's lived his life.
He is.
Everyone just turns to look at Fluda.
But he's
Yeah.
willing. He's willing to let Taran. I don't know how old Taran is. I would guess 13.
Yeah,
Allowing this boy to do it.
yeah.
It's poor, isn't it? I guess he's not the hero though. That's his whole deal. He's got someone's got to tell the story afterwards.
And he keeps restringing his harp just so it can break again at a dramatic moment.
Is it alive?
It's lies, right? Every time he tells a lie.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
I think so. It's
like Pinocchio's nose, but in harp form.
Well, it doesn't help that mostly he lies. So, but there's definitely.
I thought it was the harp talk. Well, it's it's harp. But anyway, I thought it was like talking to him.
I thought every time it was just an indication of him lying, and there's quite a funny bit where he tells a lie and he sort of puts his hand on the harp in anticipation of a string breaking, like he's trying to stop it from. Like I know I've told a lie there, but
I did not know.
Didn't pick up on that.
I did not see.
That was my thought.
Forgive me. Yeah, and then they go inside, and then they do the end. What happens then? Why can't I remember?
Well, the Horned King's like, yes, I've got the Black Cauldron now. And now I'm going to summon the army of the dead, and you can't stop me.
Oh yeah, they just turn up.
They just
turn up and take the cauldron.
Yeah,
yeah, that's why I can't remember, because it wasn't motivated by anything else that was happening in the plot. They simply find them, and there are spears everywhere, and that's what happens.
And then, well, Gurgi
sacrifices himself.
Good old Gurgi.
All of the undead army starts falling down. There's one of my favourite lines, where the Horned King says to Creeper, "This had better not be your fault."
I thought it was really harsh. I was thinking at that point, like, they're upstairs. The army of the dead is walking out. They're very proudly, a bit like Saruman. They're just watching it, like, look what I made.
New army.
And then they all start falling down. And at that point, you must go, did I leave the prisoners downstairs with the cauldron, and the only way to stop the army of the dead is for one of them to jump in? Did I put a lid on the cauldron? Did I lock it away anywhere? No, none of that.
That's what Creeper should have said.
Yeah. Did you put a lid on the fucking cauldron?
Look, man, like, I was sick and tired of you blaming me for everything. You're the boss.
Take some responsibility.
Just take some responsibility and put someone in charge of making sure there's 3 prisoners. Or kill the prisoners. Just kill them.
Tie them up. Turn the cauldron upside down.
He doesn't like killing people, the Horned King, though, does he? He keeps Princess Alonwe, presumably in the castle for however the fuck long she's been in there, wandering around with her magic bauble.
Yeah.
Also unexplained.
I mean, she's just got free reign of the castle as well, seemingly.
It's like
she's leveled up inside there. She's been
the
through
dungeons.
it for a
like
while.
A starter item in an RPG, isn't it? Oh, what have I got? It goes into my trinket slot. Oh, it's a fucking ball.
It's a light, and then when you're in a dark place, you can see. Oh, great.
Oh, brilliant. A lantern.
Brilliant.
Thanks.
Yeah, got that.
Swap that for a
Could have
special
done that.
parrot.
And then, obviously, the party proves, because Gurgi does say, I've got no friends, I'm just alone and whatever. And they prove that he does have friends. By making another bargain with the witches.
Yeah. And he's just alive, Gurgi.
He's just alive.
Simply alive. Yay.
That's it.
Magic. But it's...
and they literally walk off into the sunset.
The rules of magic, that you can't just wish for stuff you want and then have it and there's no consequences. But when you wish for something selflessly and you give away your sword, like, to my whatever sense of morals have been imprinted on me in my youth, this makes complete sense.
I agree.
This is fair.
And it was a fair trade. And he gives up any chance he has, Taran, of being a hero with his magic sword.
Or is he actually taking his first step on the path to being...
Probably is taking his first step on the path to being a real hero, absolutely.
I wonder if he ever gets the sword back.
That would probably be
that'd be great.
Counter all of the moral teachings of this film.
It's book 5.
Book 5.
Book 5. You finally get the sword back.
Book 5 is called the Big Fucking Sword.
Right.
Right.
That could be a different sword, a bigger sword.
That's true.
There's always a bigger sword,
and he has to fight this sword.
It's also interesting that the Black Cauldron wasn't destroyed, was it?
No,
because the witches get it back.
Yes.
So it was just the army of the dead that was destroyed.
And the Horned King, who was sucked.
The Horned King was sucked into it.
His skin coming off his arm was fucking.
It was great. This was like Alien out the airlock type thing. With Taran clinging on. No, you won't have me.
Yeah,
and he gets sucked in. And you just get another sort of sense of the physicality of the Horned King as he is pulled into this cauldron and burns up.
Do you think that the cauldron's like reloaded now?
I think so.
With the army of the undead, or just with the Horned King?
The Horned King. It's like, Also, I like the Black Cauldron is a manifestation, or like that evil king from the prologue. He wasn't sealed inside the Black Cauldron. He was turned into the Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
So the cauldron is like It's the ring. It is an embodiment of the evil spirit of this ancient Dark Lord.
Yeah.
And it's eaten some more evil.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is a bit like Lord of the Rings, where evil can, or sometimes not be, all evil isn't on the same team. It's
Yeah,
too early to think of any other way to
It's
say
like
it.
the Black Cauldron's like Melkor, and the Horn King is Sauron. The Horn King
Yes.
is not as evil or as powerful as the old evil king who's become the Black Cauldron.
Yes.
He wants the power of the old evil king to rule himself.
100%
He's already rolling.
agree.
Don't
I know
worry.
he is ruling. Like he is the boss. What more does he
Yeah,
want?
he's fine.
He
I
wants
just want
his
this
army.
army now, and I
Just
want
really
to
want that
turn
army.
everything into bleak,
Yeah.
horrible.
Every
And
weekend,
I want a
he's just
magic
talking about
pig.
his army. Oh, yeah.
Why do the bad guys like living in places like this? Do you think they like it? Do you think
Like
they go to the
Mordor.
Shire and they just and they hate it? Oh, it's green everywhere. They have sunshine and happiness. I want everywhere to be dark and full of fire.
I did think in this, in contrast to Lord of the Rings has got this really complicated idea of evil, which is probably more realistic, where nobody thinks they're evil, and Sauron's...
I reckon Sauron knows he's evil.
Well, no, his whole take is trying to create and fix, and so much.
Can you imagine Sauron looking himself in the mirror and it's just a big burning eye?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I am the baddie.
Why the bad guy?
But it starts with this idea of wanting to like what are the virtues of existence and being, and trying to create stuff is the downfall a lot of that order of being. And then here the Horn King just says, he says something about like, you will be my evil army and worship me. And it's like,
And he says something also about I want the evil coursing through my veins or something.
yeah,
He loves being evil.
he
the Horn
does
King.
love evil. Yeah, that's why I agree with the horns.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's different.
And I really enjoyed Creeper at the end, realizing actually this is fucking great that he's dead, and then he just flies off of one of those fell beasts with some pretend horns.
a real Smee's me
I'm the
moment.
Horned King now.
Smee's me.
Smee's me.
Yeah.
Have we watched Hook on this?
We
Yes,
have
of
in
course we have.
1991 series.
Of course we did.
Yeah.
Crazy that's only 6 years after. This film seems like it's 30 years before Hook in my head. Only
it seems
6
like it's
years apart.
Yeah, it seems like it's a few years before some of those classic Disney
A
movies
movie
that we've
from
talked about.
2019. That's what the equivalent would be. How
Yeah.
crazy is that?
Well, it just seems mad to think of this being released at the same time alongside The Goonies and Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Well, when I was reading about the box office figures yesterday, it was saying it opened to such a bad weekend that Back to the Future beat it despite being a month into its theatrical release.
Oof.
Bad times.
Not
Bad for the Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
That's
not
the
good.
power of love.
What a cool year to go to the cinema. Can you imagine that? Go to the cinema and you can see Back to the Future there, and also the Black Cauldron's playing as well.
And the Goonies.
Yeah.
And Brazil. No one went to see Brazil. That's,
And Brazil,
that's a joke.
which is a great segue to
segue.
our next episode, because we're doing 1985 season. We've each picked a
are.
movie from 1985. I
We
picked
did.
Back to the Future. Rob picked The Black Cauldron. And
I
Nath
picked-
picked Brazil.
Yes, Terry Gilliam's
It's
Brazil.
better be good.
It's a movie you've talked about quite a lot on this podcast, I think. I and certainly just in your life.
Is it a long film?
It's relatively long, yeah. It was a film which was edited or taken. There's 2 cuts of it. There's 3 cuts of it, but we'll be watching. I don't even know what we'll watch. I will decide. It had a huge tumultuous. Time Bandits is a fantasy film which worked. Everyone loves Time Bandits, which was Terry Gilliam's film before he made Brazil, so that was 82, I think. And Brazil is a dystopic film about kind of Thatcher's Britain, or where Britain is going, and stars
You
Jonathan.
wouldn't have thought that from the title.
No.
No.
Well, Brazil is the sort of idealized escape, like just Brazil. Just want to get out.
No
of here.
cats and streets paved with cheese.
Exactly. Yeah, it's sun. None of the badness. I haven't seen it for about 10 years, so it'll be interesting to see now that Britain has just gotten better and better, and everything's great. How I feel about it. It's film. Actually, it's very similar to the Black Cauldron in that it was slated to come out in '84, but was then
They couldn't get the human faces right.
they had to go and find an animator who had retired. No, it was held in post production and editing and then so released in 85. And I think that previously we were talking about Blade Runner, and I was talking about how Legend, which was Ridley Scott's next film, exists in two really distinct cuts, because it's almost like there was something about trying to make these difficult sort of fantasy films land, and some of them are not very commercial, and there was, maybe this stuff had always happened, and this was just a period of time where people were becoming more aware of it. I love Brazil. I'm excited to watch it. And I don't really care if either of you like it. I'm just going to enjoy watching it.
Well, thanks.
No worries.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a fucking great time. It's got Jonathan Pryce and Michael Palin in it.
I like both of those guys.
I go to sleep every night listening to one of Michael Palin's travel books. I'm listening to Pole to Pole at the moment.
It's a good one.
That's where he's going, from one pole to the other.
Yeah.
Do you ever just enjoy nothing? Some nothingness? Just some silence? You're always watching something, or reading something, or listening to something.
I
just
guess
quiet your mind.
Well, that is what quiets my mind. The last thing I want is for my mind to be able to talk to me. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be just left alone with my own thoughts. I'd rather have Michael Palin telling me about going through Estonia.
Do you embrace the void, Rob?
He's got the bus.
Oh, I love the void.
He's always but you're always thinking about what other people are going to say about. You know what I mean? If you're on the bus, you're not just looking out the window. You're taking a picture if you're looking out the window, and then you're putting on.
Not for the whole time. That takes like 30 seconds to do that.
And then the void.
I've got another 14 and a half minutes of void to enjoy.
I might plot in some void tonight.
Some void.
Bit of void.
I might put it on my Google Calendar. Void time.
It was just as things get worse and worse, one of us will in the future just have a glimpse of your calendar and it would just say void, blocked out all day, every day for months. Void, oh no. It's just gone full void.
I love some void.
Yeah.
Best way to experience void is sitting on my bed looking out the window at the weekend when it's raining.
At the weekend?
Oh.
How many hours of the weekend are spent doing this?
Prime time, I would say, is like 10:40 a.m. on a Saturday.
Gone back to your bedroom for some reason? You know, like, do
for
you
the
go
void,
there specifically to do this? Or are
No.
you in there, like, tidying up and you're like...
Sometimes I have no sort of conscious plan to enter this state. But sometimes, I'm here again.
I'm in the void.
On the bed looking out the
How
window.
much time has passed?
I hope it's ages before anyone comes upstairs, and then inevitably someone will come upstairs, and that's my void time over.
Yeah.
Rob, what are you doing?
What are you doing up here?
Like, literally nothing.
Like, what are you doing up here? And the answer is always nothing. And I never believed. You're doing nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Never believed. Passive tense. I love that.
Nothing. Another string in the harp snaps.
So join us next week. We're also going to have to put up a poll this week. Put up a poll.
Yeah.
So we have we're recording these all over the place at the moment. We're trying to squeeze them in. So are we...
We've got a bonus episode to find amongst ourselves.
But when is that? That's not in 2 days' time. That's in a week and 2 days' time, isn't it? Because we just put up... I don't know. Somebody has to tell me.
I'm not sure.
Nor me.
It was last Friday we put up delayed bonus episode of The Goonies.
So it is.
So it will be...
Oh, no, it is.
It
2
will
days'
be
time.
2
2 days'
after
time.
You're listening to this. It will be...
We need
a
to do the
bonus
poll
episode.
quick.
the poll.
You'll have already seen the poll because I'll have done it before the weekend.
Yeah.
How was your weekend, everyone? Did you do the poll?
Did you get some void time?
Did you get some void time? And if not,
Were you believed when you said, I'm doing nothing?
maybe we could sign off with Rob just inviting people to the void.
There's no invitation to it. And it's not something you enjoy socially. You've just got to...
Don't wait for an invitation.
You just got to... Any opportunity you get where there's no one around, just sit down and don't think about anything. Just look. Look at something far off and embrace the void.
You've been listening to Redshirt Cinema Club. If you're enjoying the podcast, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Just check the link in the description. We'd also love to hear from you. Email us at redshirtcinemaclub@gmail.com or follow us on social media. We'll be back with another episode next Monday. See you then.